Abusua Hussein Ibrahim Edin Komobi. Na nkɔmmɔ na ɔredi no ɔkyerɛ mu a Miracles Aboagye allegedly no ɔne ne lawyers akɔhu attorney general sɛ deɛ akɔso biara ɔmo mfa nkyɛn. It's more like a plea bargain bi na ɔkɔ ana ya reject no. Na Hussein kyerɛ mu a Miracles Aboagye wɔ kurom ha wabra granting no bill no ɔkɔyɛ interview bebree kyerɛ mu a ɔno no deɛ onye hwe na yoko nsɛm ɔmode to ne nso nyinaa fine. Ana attorney general babeye press conference no ɔkyerɛ mu ye. Na ɔkyerɛ mu ye no ɛna according to Ibrahim Hussein allegedly ɔkyerɛ mu Miracles Aboagye and the lawyers abɔwuram ɛwɔ attorney general ne horom sɛ ɔmokɔpa akyɛw. So ɔmo betwe school so ɔbɛyɛ de was a plea bargain ɔmkɔ ɛna sɛ attorney general yɛ ɛpam where Hussein, according to Hussein, yes, you can create video no, and some man or can stay tuned. Because Miracles Aboagye, can sabi say on the young question BBA, na 55 million, 5 million, and same be Hussein. A day as Hussein kind, Hussein Casamiti.
I don't know from Junior Samijam Fin. Daddy, a me person be free hotel. Ghana for Muntie me, mamma, me person me cats and be mamma, papa, mujum, Muntie me. Bibi BBC. Mama branch or that's way. Your friend Dennis Miracles Aboagye. Or your customer for them Alhaji Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia MPP amanyo kuno. Na de tiene say, abra na omowa ebamu no. Branch wedding nsa ebo Ghana sikam 55 million cedis. Abra na kasa dem Alhaji Bawumia ne MPP. Na ne aban sesa bae na Ghana force derby. Obi a wawie o man Ghana sika bia na yɛfa no mfa mmra kwan so no. Na yoko ekɔkye abranche we. Yoko kɔkye abranche we ya MPP for muni ya omatiko kum omuso omonte ase se akwa kwachi abrante we na busuafo de tie ne say abrante we abra omo beli no free yoko for ho baaye no eno start say okọ ekosi sen Asempa FM onam radio station to radio station UTV all try say krono na wabo man no be defend no ho o say almost 55 million cedis enya no kre sika minim 5 million cedis pe. Edika wajia to say 5 million cedis we grant without admitting say we are 5 million cedis. In fact, now saying now Deputy Attorney General Beka Chere and say and 5 million cedis. Na 55 million cedis. And chano kran be babonten. Abusiafo, if you say age Beka assassin a branch we ye na no kom wanka hwe. Emma age come yet ase say a branch na odasoro ye ono na ma okọ radio station, TV stations kase ono ombo man no kro no bia no. Obi also mbo kro no. Yes, what the lawyers for any pennyphobia affair abba be patchelsy and phantom age say almost so much me fantano na branch a wire bonny when you we also benam one no din nanya we are no DC in Iraq fado a palm on free aquapim Monshanya na that's way and ya branch away ya and MPP aduma could be a few so ebe catcher and say a branch away at Ghana for Ezikaso. Bobo chichi fees was be catcher ye say eye odenchem you Miracles Aboagye awia Ghana sika enie ene da soro no enne muntie Ghana mabunu maame ne muntie enne de omonsa ato na account nyina so in fact a branch babunu afa na wasisu ubewura politics mu enche ye wa ban ba power enche ye say a branch we wo bank account mbaako enum bank account enum no maame no mo ye sika ewo mu no se wo kasa wo hihye sika ndego articulator wait my articulator be mienu ma a branch we you a branch we yes, a dying and sassy or walk crowd yentimin kind, a branch away. Yet the abbas, Yambrambasum of my Ghana, and I said, dear by Simbi, you are my Ghana. And ne, yet the answer at Tunisicaso, yet the answer at an account so, and to own Timinia access to an account bill, Mammy Muntie, dear Cofa no. Minim same people before best at some baby, but emfa. Nam Papanama Quia Fonso Samudoko Muntie. A branch of Kitwa, we had to make 55 million cedis. Ghana Sika. According to Yoko, you see what the South Bogana become 55 million cedis. Oh, yeah, yes, you can find to Papa no Quia for now, Mudoko na. A branch of your son, and Papa no catch or say, and this are buying some Pessicadia Coco for Cano. Almost said Chico for no bonus. And you make us a bottom Camunti any Munti or Kaya.
Now, on one say, on no one who the Jumaye, and see Uncle Pesca met your cano. Or say woman as a day. What's all castle?
And to be beside Miracles Aboagye, and to say Sicano, Copper Cofesicano, he, a better one Yesica, who do some Bogana Sicamo according to Yoko. wodo sabo Ghana skamu enke nkofo sen scan free na efa kotua kuafo no ka mo de boni wei mo sa nya no ye de ye ka me ka mama me ne papa no ma wodwom se de me ka na nsa na bibia besi bia no eni kwa se Ghana ni bia hu eye Miracles Aboagye moboda wadi boni wadi oman ne boni yie in fact and no na sa wa no a o kasa obi a wa bo oman ne ka wa bo oman ne kro no sei and on the one no a oka enti we dey just by the way me pese Ghana fo nyina hu and never be
on the notification bell so that each time we are on, you will be reminded to watch. Story number 1. Watch this. See luxurious mansions of Miracles Aboagye frozen by court. Ha ha ha. I told you, my brother, my sister, this guy will go to jail. He's in trouble. Point blank. And when Black Rasta says it, it hardly fails. This is Miracles Aboagye. Born in 1985, he went to school in Swedru and then was able to pick up a string of degrees around Accra and beyond. He's a very brilliant chap. My brother, my sister. There was a time he was the boss of a certain outfit for 2 solid years in the days of Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Now, this outfit was based right there at the presidency. They call it the Inter-Committee, whatever, on decentralization. This is the guy. Normally, when they want to steal, they give you a name that nobody can pronounce. So long, like from here to Wale Wale. And then they hide under the serpentine nature of the maze. And then they are able to amaze you with their kleptocracy. My brother, my sister, this is Miracles Aboagye. At this point, investigators are not too happy with him. They think he has stolen a lot of money. They think he has stolen up to about 55 million Ghana cedis and even more. They think that he's been involved in some kind of money laundering as the boss of that inter-committee for whatever on decentralization. For 2 years, he allegedly amassed 55 million. And as it stands right now, it looks like the money is even rising every now and then. The last time we heard about him, his successor, who he fired whilst he was in power as the executive secretary of that serpentine name of an outfit, my brother, my sister, became the boss after his party was booted out of power. My brother, and as he became the boss now, Miracles Aboagye allegedly went over to him and told him there was something that had been mentioned, some kind of transaction that he wanted out of the books for obvious reasons. Can I repeat that? Come here. Now, Miracles Aboagye was the boss of that inter-committee, whatever, on decentralization for 2 years. Whilst he was there, he sacked some key members of that same outfit. And the reason was that there was no money to pay them. The gentlemen went to court. And then the court decided that no, they couldn't be sacked like that. Close to a year, they were sitting at home. Some of them were relocated into different organizations. And one of them landed at the Lands Ministry. He later became the boss of the same interministerial whatever on decentralization. When Miracles Aboagye's party was kicked out, investigations went on into the stewardship of the gentleman, and they realized that a lot of malfeasance had happened. Iyoko was called in to investigate. He was invited to Iyoko a couple of times. Yes, he went there. He behaved himself so well. And then he traveled outside the country. When he arrived, he was nabbed. In other words, picked up by security authorities and sent straight to Iyoko. And Iyoko is Economic and Organized Crime Office. And the boss of Iyoko is that blue suit wearing dude, that guy called Capo di Tutti Capi, one Capore. This is Raymond Archer, very dangerous guy. Now he is the backbone of Ghanaian trends right now as we speak. Iyoko is shaking the waters. Iyoko is picking up the alleged criminals and thieves, and one after the other, they are being jailed. Oh my God. Now, Miracles Aboagye was picked up by Iyoko and questioned. Now, his party people, the NPP, went over to Iyoko's offices and started to demonstrate. If it was a genuine demonstration, it would have even been okay. But a lot of the people were drug addicts who were picked up from the ghettos. They even fed them with appetition so they could get high and make more noise. A lot of them finally told us and the whole world how these people hired them just to boost their numbers, to go there and make noise. And it was so embarrassing for this dead political party called the NPP that is still struggling to make numbers. This is Miracles Aboagye. Now, when he was granted bail, he went around running his mouth, yabby, 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 like a parrot that just caught Ebola. My brother, my sister, and people warned him and told him, hey, be careful. Wound to me spoke more than you. He is now in jail, suffering from coccidiosis like a mad rabbit. Be careful. And he went quiet a bit. Now, recently, he started talking about, how fuel prices have gone high and blah, 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 blah. And it's interesting. You know why? He was invited by Iyoko. And when he went there, the car that he was driving was a car of interest. It's supposed to be a car that belongs to the state that got into his hands in some funny kind of way. It's a car that was actually picked up wrongly using process that should have gone to the state. Do you understand that? And they picked it up. It's a black Ford F-150. Iyoko picked it up. He had to stop an Uber and get back home. If I were him, I would sit in a trotro so that passengers in the trotro can look at my face, recognize me, and tell me their minds. The more you interact with people in the trotro, people in the public, the more you get to know how your stewardship actually went. But these are people who are used to air-conditioned cars. From air-conditioned homes, they go straight into their air-conditioned cars, get into air-conditioned offices, so their blood is frozen. No wonder it has come out that his assets have been frozen. Come here. Come here. Run the dossier. Watch this. That is Miracles Aboagye's assets frozen as court confirms Iyoko order. Jesus have mercy. Run the dossier and watch this. Hey. Now the Accra High Court has officially ordered the freezing of 5 bank accounts and 4 landed properties belonging to Dennis Miracles Edward Aboagye, according to the Graphic Online. Now the court granted the asset preservation order on August the 3rd. What is today's date? 2026, following an application filed by the Economic and Organized Crime Office Iyoko. Now, the directive temporarily blocks all financial transactions on their accounts and completely bans the sale, mortgage, or transfer of the properties while anti-graft investigations continue, according to Graphic Online. Did you hear that? And this is a breakdown of the assets. Now, the High Court's ruling specifically targets the following personal holdings linked directly to him. 5 active personal bank accounts have been entirely blocked, locked up. 2 2 distinct landed properties consisting of residential apartments and an independent residential property. Eastern Region Properties, 2 assets comprising a designated house and a separate parcel of land. Dash it away. That is Miracles Aboagye. My brother, my sister, we broke this news. We told you exactly what happened. Today, my brother, my sister, we have the exclusives right here. And I'm glad to be the bearer of this news. Now, Miracles Aboagye has houses right there at Ajaguraja. How many of them? 1, 2, and a third one. He has 3 houses at Ajaguraja. Look at the house. 3. Look at where they are sitting. This is what is called a secret roof. This is a mansion. He built this, my brother, my sister, in less than 6 months. One of them, my brother, my sister, was almost sold at the time that investigators started to freeze this via the courts. This is Miracles Aboagye's Ajaguraja mansion. And this is next to Jerry John Rawlings' house, right there inside Ajaguraja. It's a top-class area in Accra. 3 of them. And that's what you see. Then on the Spintex Road, he has a modest one, which is not that modest. It is hot. On the Spintex Road, my brother, my sister, right here in Accra, this is that house. Spintex Road. This is the house. That is Miracles Aboagye. Politician. 2 years in the office of the president, in that outfit known as the interministerial whatever, on decentralization. He built this. As if that was not enough. He has a mansion sitting right there inside his hometown in Latte. That's the mansion. Hey, if you look at it like this, you wouldn't appreciate it so much. You know, some of these people, they like to be on the hill and smell good air so they can look down on all of us who are the grassroots. They call us the grassroots, not for fun. They know what it means. My brother, my sister, anytime they spit, it lands on our heads. No wonder a lot of us are bald-headed. It's the toxic nature, the acid nature of their spit. This is the mansion. Can I take you inside the mansion? Are you ready? Look at it. This is the mansion. Look at it. Look at the floor. Look at the finishing. Jesus have mercy. Look at the walls. Look at the flowers. My God have mercy. And look at it. This is Miracles Aboagye's latte house. And look at where it is situated. My God have mercy. That is not all. Watch this. Look at the wall finishing. Look at the things on the wall. Now you ask him, what kind of work has he really done to be able to get this? He has a few companies. My brother, I do not want to go too much into where I am not supposed to go. But we are told, we hear around that contracts were given to family and friends for kickbacks. Money was siphoned from left, right, and center. One of those contracts was what he allegedly went to tell that guy who took over from him. Oh, please, take this one out. Don't include it. Miracles Aboagye is in trouble. A government worker in a political office within 2 years has been able to build these houses, amass money. My brother, my sister, this is Miracles Aboagye. At a point, he was heard telling investigators, oh, this land, my father gave it to me. Which father? Abba Papa. Oh, this land, my father gave it to me, you know. My brother, my sister, as it stands right now, Miracles Aboagye is in deep trouble. And I'm happy. When the NPP was in power, these were the people who behaved holier than thou. Oh, we are the young guys with the young brains. You know, people were pushing the younger ones so that the old men would actually vacate the seats. This is what the young guys are allegedly doing. Nothing will save this man from joining Wuntumi in there. This guy is in trouble. Deep trouble. More things are coming up. Almost every day, people are calling investigators and telling investigators, we think this is for him too, that is for him too. He was seen here, he was seen there. My brother, my sister, Nana Addo should be bowing down his head in shame. He was too old to be president and too sick to be president. He should have told us his health condition, just as he told us what he had in terms of assets, so that we would have decided whether to vote him in or not. He spent all his time sleeping whilst he was in power, whilst people like Wuntumi took the nation for granted, whilst a lot of his appointees slapped the economy left, right, and center, whilst his finance minister busily gave unprofessional haircuts to our heroes and heroines who worked very hard to be able to make some substance, put away for their retirement. They gave them unqualified bald heads, undeserved bald heads from the wicked haircuts that they gave them. Today the man is sitting in America and he says he's been witch hunted. For that matter, he won't come. But I can tell you on authority that he will be here, dead or alive. It's the black pot, aka Kukushonemo. And here we speak truth to power. Story number 2. Watch this. Dodo. Spiritual secret. Kantanka's funeral by Ajuasafu was perfect. Ajaguraja explains. Wow. Now, how many of us know Ajaguraja? Have you seen him before? They call him the chop bar sofo. He's always slaughtering